How's it going, everybody? Josh here. Guess what? First cardio day. You know what that means? No, you don't, but I'm going to tell you. Pit bull workout. This thing is intense. Now, this doesn't involve gyms, okay? This is not pretty. It's ugly, it's grimy and dirty. It's in my garage. It's not a set somewhere, okay? We don't have fantastic lighting. It's not for that. It's so that me and Shannon go in there and I run him just through a workout just like a dog, you know? It's just intense. This is also, if you're following along and you don't have much money, this might be the option for you. Spend $70 and get a punching bag and you can do everything else from there. Welcome to the Pit Bull Workout.
Pit Bull Workout.
Think about if you've ever played sports, if anybody out there's ever played sports, and there's always been that guy that's really, really good, and he's better than everybody else, and he's just outrunning everybody, right? You know this guy, right? And
Johnny Football Star.
Johnny Football Star, exactly. Everybody knows Johnny Football Star, okay? And most of us were not Johnny Football Star. You think about this guy, and 9 times out of 10, this guy wasn't working harder than everybody else. He just had a natural gift, okay? Well, that's not how it is in the world, you know? Most of us don't, we're not going to excel like that without anything. But the point is, though, is if you're the kid on that team that's jogging and you're behind him and you can't keep up, blah, 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 if you just keep running and working harder than him, if you're sweating, blood, sweat, and tears, if you're getting tired, if you're thinking about it before you go to bed every night, if you want it more than him, you'll get better than him eventually, And that's just, life balances itself out a lot of times like that. And so this is the thing that does it. This workout's going to build heart. It's going to build character. There's no gyms involved. It's my garage. It's me and you. It's just us. We're going to work out. We're going to beat it. And you're going to be worn out at first, especially for the first couple weeks of this. You're going to be dying. But it's only going to make you stronger. And at the end of it, you're not going to believe how much in better shape you were than when you are now.
All right.
That's it. Let's do it.
Day 2 was my first experience with the pit bull. Now, the pit bull is all about animal aggression, learning how to tap into the fierceness within me, and then using that to drive me harder than I would normally in a typical gym or by myself or whatever. The first step was getting the right frame of mind. Now, fighting, as I'm discovering, is a grueling, grueling sport, and the pit bull is trained just to wear you out. It's not necessarily, especially this first day where I haven't learned how to punch or kick yet, focused on the right fundamentals of punching and kicking. So much it is just keep moving, keep punching, keep kicking until I'm exhausted and I can't do it anymore. Now, for this first week, because I hadn't learned how to punch or kick yet, Josh just wanted me to focus on the natural way I would punch or kick, so that he had a starting point for me, but he also asked me not to try to kill myself, because if I'm hitting incorrectly, he doesn't want me to break a wrist or whatever, so I was going at about 80% speed. Even at 80% speed, I was worn out before we were halfway through this thing. Now, this workout is basically divided into 4 parts. The first part is all about the punch. We started with a series of punch combinations, just a 1-2, left-right, hitting the jab and then the right in there. We did that for 50 times. We took a rest, a break, high hands, light feet, just like we always do. And then we went back in it for another 50 combinations, left-right, occasionally adding a third left and then a fourth right, whenever Josh would call it out. The second part of the workout added the kick. Now we'd still do the combination, the 1-2, sometimes 1-2-3, but always adding a kick at the end. We did this once again for 50 combinations. Left, right, kick, that's 1. We went all up to 50. We did our break, high hands, light feet, for a minute. And then we went back to it for another 50 combinations. Left, right, kick, or left, right, left, kick, whenever Josh would call it out. Now, even before I met my new girlfriend, which was the ground bag, I was already sweating like a pig. So by the time we got here, I thought, hey, we're on the ground, this should be a nice break. I was far from. The ground round is all about punching without space. Punching, kneeing, elbowing, whatever you can get, but in a close quarters environment. So for 2 minutes, that's all I would do is just wail on this bag. Left, right, elbow, whatever I could think of, whatever spontaneously came to me. Take a break, once again, just like we always do, and then back on it after our minute. Only this time, we would end up with a 30-second flurry of punches into what would be this guy's face, I guess. Well, it doesn't really matter, because by then, my arms felt like jello goo, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't really going to hurt anybody. After the ground round, we closed out with a 2-minute punch drill. The 2-minute punch drill was basically just to bring everything together. Footwork, the high hands, hitting the target, for 2 minutes as if I were really in the presence of my opponent, even though my opponent is made of leather. But Either way, after 2 minutes and the rest of the workout, believe me, I was glad to be finished. And it was great because it was a quick workout again. 30 to 35 minutes is all it took to become thoroughly exhausted. For you folks following at home, we did 50 punch combinations, left, right, occasionally adding a third in there. We took a minute rest. We went back and did 50 more. We took another minute rest. Of course, our minute rests were still keeping high hands and light feet. And then we went on to the 50 kick combinations. Took a rest. 50 more kick combinations. We went to our first minute of ground fighting. Rest, our second minute of ground fighting, and then we followed it up immediately with a 30-second flurry on our target, our ground target. And we closed it out with a 2-minute punch drill in which we brought all the aspects of both hitting, moving, high hands together. All right?
Good job, baby. That's a post-wrap workout.
All right.
Oh, and you know what? We got one more thing. If you want to follow his progress, check him out on his blog on ultimatejoe.com. You'll see what he had to say about today's workout. Was that too harsh? Was that not harsh enough? You know, that's up to him. It's his world. See you guys next time.